game.
So what's the most recent one you both have?
A PlayStation 4.
Okay.
I bought the Atari knockoff that has all the old games on it for Bobby when he was a kid. I don't have
the plug and play kind of thing where it had all the...
Yeah.
You had the Wii.
Oh, that's true. My kids had a Wii. That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to Even More Mashed Up. We are the Pop Culture Podcast, where two professors talk about all things pop culture. I'm Alan.
And I'm Patrick. And listeners that have been with the show for a while know that one of our regular segments is the Toy Hall of Fame.
True.
But that is not the only Hall of Fame that the Strong Museum has. They also have a Video Game Hall of Fame. And so we thought, what better topic to discuss with such serious gamers as myself and Alan than this year's potential inductees into the Video Game Hall of Fame.
Yeah, a couple of quick points on that. I'm the last person that should be talking video games.
Yeah.
My expertise
I'm pretty sure I'm second to last.
Is
so.
pretty
Finally,
thin.
something that I am good at or know more about, potentially.
That's right. Rich is here, and he probably does know more.
Oh, I feel like someone might have just set themselves up for a fall.
Nonsense.
So, Patrick, second point, could you repeat the name of the museum just so it gets the appropriate level of acclaim for being on our podcast?
It is the Strong Museum of Play, I believe, is the that has the Toy Hall of Fame and the Video Game Hall of Fame.
The Strong Museum of Play.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they're only about 50-50 on the toys. I feel like, if I remember correctly, I have complained sometimes about the toys that have or have not gotten in.
About...
I don't know that I'm going to be angry about video games getting in or not, but I know that toys could sometimes upset me.
We'll see. I do have to say, I mean, that'll be the topic probably of our next show, you know, what's gotten in and what we think should be in.
Okay.
There are definitely things that I saw the list of what's in. Because number one, it's only been around, I think, since 2015.
I was about to say, it's not as long as the toys, right?
Yeah, there's only 36 games.
And there's lot
36
of
games in already?
There. Yeah, there's 36 already.
I would feel like most that I know would have been taken by now then.
You would think so, and yet there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, how is that? How is that? There's a lot of stuff. So, but we'll probably get to that next episode. This episode is about this year's crop of finalists.
Now, is there a specific criteria that needs to be met for the game to be nominated, or?
Why, yes, there is, Rich. There is specific criteria, which actually I was going to rattle that off now.
What a segue!
So, yes, there are 4 criteria. Now, some of these you'll recognize from the Toy Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So number 1, icon status. The game is widely recognized and remembered.
Okay.
That means if I don't know the game, it shouldn't get in.
Agreed.
I feel like there's definitely, I think there's going to be some wiggle room there. Longevity. The game is more than a passing fad and has enjoyed popularity over time.
All right.
Interesting.
Here's the wrinkle for the video games.
Yeah.
Geographical reach. The game meets the above criteria across international boundaries.
So it can't be an icon in one country and not another. That forfeits it.
Exactly. It's got to be international in both icon status and longevity.
So now, is that just Japan and the United States? Or are they actually thinking about other places as well?
I don't know.
So my concern is then,
this is
do
straight
they
from the
take
website,
into account the fact that Australia bans a great deal of games and thus access to those is not limited?
It's possible that all I did was cut and paste the criteria from their website as opposed to do a deep dive into their development.
I will remove the question.
And finally, influence. The game has exerted significant influence on the design and development of other games, other forms of entertainment, or on popular culture and society in general.
Interesting. Now, I want to make clear again that I feel like there should be a handicap involved in this because I was literally talking to my students last week, and they told me that Mario and Luigi don't look the same.
They don't.
But I thought one wore red and one wore green, and that was the only differentiating factor. It turns out
they are.
they're
I mean, with the
different
advanced
shapes.
graphics, they do distinguish them.
But then,
This is this is what I just learned, but I did not know.
Now,
I want to be as clear as I can that is the threshold from which I am starting.
Do you know about his
No, I
cousin,
feel like
Waluigi and Wario?
if Rich does not beat you by at least twice as much, I feel like he loses.
I agree. I think this is one where I just need to finish the fight. Like as long, it's like Rocky 1.
Did you
If
make a
I'm still
reference, or
in
was
the
that
fight
just-
at the end, did I make the reference?
Oh, so okay, that's from a Halo game.
Yes. Yeah. So there are a total of 12 nominees.
Okay. Can I make at least 2 guesses on what's in already?
Sure.
Okay. Pac-Man,
Yes.
Donkey Kong.
Yes.
And I'll make a guess that Pong has to be in there as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Pong is in there as well.
Oh, I wonder how many more we could guess.
No. Let's not do that because then that's going to give away some of the ones that are this
suppose.
year. Let's save that for
Oh,
next
fair
episode.
point. Fair point. But I am
Yeah,
up
let's-
2-1 on Rich right now, then, right? Because I guessed 2 that were in, and he only guessed 1.
Yeah, I mean, Rich is already seriously losing, so he's already got to get 6
Is the ET game?
to your 2
Is the ET
or
game
4.
in there?
Right.
No, ET is not.
Oh, come on.
All right. So, our first nominee.
Yes.
This game debuted in 2007 as a
I've got no
sequel to the
chance.
popular Prince of Persia franchise, but quickly stood on its own. The open-world action-adventure game offered
Assassin's
players a
Creed.
world... Alan is correct.
Well, I didn't hear what you were saying because somebody was talking over you.
Sweet.
That doesn't matter. Alan
Who was
got
talking
it.
over him?
You.
Assassin's Creed.
I didn't,
What do you mean?
I heard
I s-
Prince of something because somebody was.
I said all I said was Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, he
Now,
wasn't
how
really
do you
talking
know what
over me,
Assassin's
Rich.
Creed is?
Wasn't there a Michael Fassbender movie?
Oh God,
Yes, there
really?
was.
That's
was
how you
made
know
out of
it
it? Yes.
from that thing?
Yeah. Michael
Rich is-
Fassbender
Rich is-
is a very, very well-established,
Rich is-
well-regarded
number
actor.
one, that demonstrates influence in that it did influence other popular culture in society
Exactly.
in general.
That's the criteria I worry about most, and I got to be honest.
So I think technically Alan is now up 4 to or
Oh, is that what we're doing?
3 to 1.
Just give
3
him
to
all
1.
the points you want. That's fine. He can win. Alan, you win. We don't even have to play. Alan,
Thank you, Rich. I
you
appreciate
win.
that. Boy, somebody is really bitter because I got 1 right. What if I
I'm
just
yeah,
said
bitter
one right
because the
at
points
some
keep
point on the
doubling.
road?
Yeah, not doubling. He just got 2 right in the what's already in the hall, which wasn't a
That's
planned
right.
part of the game, but we're very flexible.
Hand
here.
out
Patrick
points
is-
left and right.
So now
Patrick
keep in
is an
mind,
improviser.
you also are gonna have to determine like which 4 got in. So
What do you mean, which 4?
You'll give us a list though at the end, right?
yes, but keep this in mind that
Okay.
there's 12 nominees, 4 did get in, so you got to figure out which 4 you think got in.
So you already know which 4 got in.
Yes,
Okay. All right.
yes. All right, here we go. Second game.
Dig Dug. Galaga. Asteroid.
Okay,
Damn it.
let me talk.
Yes, I will let you talk. I'm sorry. Just
This
hoping.
game's debut in 2012
Oh, come on. That's way too late.
helped propel the casual gaming frenzy. It combined traditional tile matching with evolving mobile technology and an emergent free-to-play distribution model.
Pokemon Go.
With nearly 3 billion downloads, making it
Tetris.
the most
Oh,
downloaded game
Candy
on
Crush.
the Apple App Store. Yes, it is. I need the full name, Rich.
Wait, what is it?
Oh no, I only know about Candy
I
Crush.
did-
Oh no.
Oh, Candy Crush. Oh, I should have known Candy
but
Crush.
it's not the right. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, it's
I don't
Candy
know the-
Crush: The Epic Adventure.
Oh, you're so close, Alan. You are
Epic
so
Candy
Adventure.
Crush,
Oh,
the
man.
Epic Clash.
Oh no, it's Candy Crush Saga.
Oh,
Candy Crush Saga.
Ugh, man, that feels like you're giving me a point because Rich isn't getting one that he deserved. But I will take
No,
come
I'm
on.
gonna give Rich that
You
point.
don't need a
I'm gonna give Rich
handicap.
that
You're
point.
already ahead.
Rich is already whining and moaning, and we're 2 games in, so I feel like I have to
I
give
didn't
him
know I
that
could
point.
guess midway through the question.
We've always guessed midway through the question.
That's how we've always played, but
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
I
Oh
feel like
God.
my run is done.
I don't know, Alan. I think you've got a shot at this next one.
All right, is it pre-2000, I hope?
Yes.
Oh,
All right, here we go.
This game took Japanese arcades by storm in 1998,
DDR.
challenging players to use their balance and dexterity
Dance
to
Revolution.
step.
Dance
Yep,
Revolution.
Dance
I said
Dance
DDR.
Revolution is correct. You think I know what DDR is? You got to say
Come
the
on,
name.
there's no way you get credit for
Come
that. It's
on.
not called
DDR.
DDR.
Everyone on the planet
You know-
calls it DDR.
All right, from now on, I'm just going to guess random initials when Patrick starts. QHTZ.
Doesn't really.
Yeah,
exist.
no, that's
HPV.
yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a great.
So here's an interesting because it says it helped pave the way for iconic music games such as Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
Yeah, it did. Because it was
I always
Kind
thought
of.
Dance Dance Revolution came out after those, but I guess it's
Really?
just my own lack of awareness. Yeah.
oh
Well, keep in mind, we're
No,
still
no.
1998. We're still very much in the void at which point I was not playing video games. So.
Right. See, I think of Guitar, the Guitar Hero my kids had on the Wii.
Hmm.
So that's definitely a post-2000s thing.
well, no, but the first
See,
one was
I
not
think
the
of
Wii.
Dance Dance
Remember we had that one party, too, where we like people
Yeah.
came over and we did Metallica songs.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah, well, we got you Guitar Hero for your 50th.
Was it my 50th?
Or was it your 40th? No, your 40th. We got it for your
My
40th.
40th, yeah. Oh, my God.
That was-
I am so freaking old.
Yeah, we got that for
but
your
I
40th
was saying I think they
birthday.
say
Yeah.
that because it's one of the first arcade games, especially that had like a whole list of songs, that
Hmm.
you would play to, like people would recognize the songs, like it became that
See,
popular.
I
Well,
think of
it's
Dance Dance
also-
Revolution.
It's also like a skill, though, right? Like,
Oh, yeah,
not unlike
absolutely.
playing a guitar.
Yeah.
Like, and I got to say, DDR, as I from now on shall call it, feels like a deserving nominee.
Absolutely. Especially because it was an arcade, so it was way much more expensive to produce. It wasn't just a cartridge; it was a full-on pad, and thing for the arcade. Like, that's
Right.
much more expensive.
No, it kind of, I don't want to be too academic, but it changed the geography of an arcade.
Yeah, it
in
wasn't
ways
the same
pretty
shape as a
interesting.
cabinet.
Right.
Love me a good cabinet.
I'm surprised you don't have one, Patrick.
I'm shocked
You've
too.
got lots
Have
of
what?
rooms in your house. I can't believe you've
Oh, I
never
know.
bought.
Oh, they do make one with that old arcade Avengers game, the side scroller.
Why just one
yes.
game? They make them with a whole
They
bunch
used
No,
to
of
have
games.
that-
it's got that and others. Yeah, it's got
They-
that and
Okay,
others.
yeah.
They used
So-
to have that Avengers game, didn't they, at like the little theater? I remember it
Oh
being like
yeah, they
tucked
did have
back
it there. You're right. When we were cleaning it out, they did have
I
that
always like
there.
the Simpsons
in the
one the best.
corner. So
I loved that. They had that. They had that Avengers game in the arcade at my undergrad institution. So I would head down there and play that at lunch. Want to guess which character I played?
Hawkeye.
Yes.
Bonus
Yes.
point,
Hawkeye
right?
was.
Is there a
Hawkeye
bonus
was one of
point
the
there for me?
options. No, because Rich is already getting whiny. So
Oh man. Well, I'm going
I
to start
know. I would
whining
like to
about
give
all
you
the
bonus points.
points being just ripped away from me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who would guess you played Hawkeye?
I know it's
Right.
shocking. When your options were what? Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and Hawkeye.
No, Wolverine. No, I'm thinking of a different one.
No, Wolverine's
yeah,
X-Men.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a different one.
Yeah. So no
It was
women,
definitely
huh?
Cap. It was definitely Cap and Iron Man.
Yeah, oh, definitely. What? Yeah, Captain Iron Man.
I can't remember if it was and Hawkeye. I can't remember if the fourth was Thor or not.
Probably
I feel like
Thor.
it would be Thor.
Probably Thor.
It would
that
make
or
sense.
Hulk.
Yeah, it wasn't Hulk.
Yeah, which is
Thor
surprising.
has a projectile, right? Which makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
he can throw the hammer.
Yeah, he has Mjolnir.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
So, all right. So far, Assassin's Creed, Candy Crush Saga, and DDR, as the cool kids call it.
Yes.
All right. So our fourth nominee,
Yes.
released for the Nintendo 64 gaming console in 1998. This game defined what a 3D action video game could be,
Punch Out.
influencing countless games that followed.
GoldenEye.
No. The game's combination of storytelling, puzzle solving, and combat earned it Game of the Year awards in 1998.
Puzzle
The
solving.
game sold more than 7.6 million copies worldwide
How is that a clue that helps in any
and
way?
continues to be recognized by players and critics alike as
Oh,
one
Super
of
Mario
the
World.
best
Super
video
Mario
games
3D.
ever made.
Super Mario 3D?
What'd you say,
Super
Rich?
Mario 3D?
No.
Really?
I'll give you a hint. The description literally gives you no clues as to what this game is.
That's not
That's a great hint. Can I be
Yeah.
honest? I prefer the Toy Hall of Fame where you rewrite their entries.
I did rewrite these.
Oh.
Oh, wow!
This
you did
one I
not
didn't
have
have to
much
rewrite,
to
'cause
work with. Huh?
Yeah, there's no. I
Wow.
didn't change this one because except the name of the game at the beginning. Otherwise, I just left it as is because
Yeah.
there's nothing that would clue you in.
See, in '98, I was in grad school,
Yeah, here's a
And-
hint. It is part of a long-running and much beloved video game series.
It's
Boy,
not
then
Tomb
Mario
Raider, is
seems
it?
like the right.
What was
Tomb
that?
Raider?
No,
Okay.
Tomb Raider's already in.
Oh yeah.
Was it Sonic? Was it a Sonic game?
Nope, not
That one
Sonic.
is before.
Sonic 3D? Was it a sports game?
I'm not even sure the 3D is really that much of a clue to this game.
Well, because some of the games officially are called like so and so 3D.
Yeah, no, it does not have 3D in the
Okay.
title.
So is it a fighter game?
No, it's is it a platform?
Depends what do you mean? I don't know what a platformer is, Rich. Why are you using that technology?
Is it like a Smash Bros?
I don't think so. I mean, it's kind of a questing game.
Oh! Legend of Zelda.
Link.
I'm
Damn
going
it.
to need you to be more specific.
Oh
Rich.
shit!
Legends
Wait,
of Zelda-
Wait, N64, right?
Link
Yes.
story.
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
There you go.
Oh my god!
Wait,
I
there
can't
you
believe
go.
it took me that long to.
I said
Legend
Link
of
first,
Zelda:
though.
The Ocarina of Time.
Because I was thinking it was
I'm-
between that and Majora's Mask.
Okay.
But that's probably.
There's
after.
no way I am ever going to guess the Orc of Time.
No,
That's
Ocarina.
ridiculous,
yeah, no.
number one.
Ocarina.
Ocarina, yes.
Whatever.
Which is a flute-like
I-
instrument.
I want some kind of credit. I did say Link before anybody said Zelda. And
Right.
at my age, I feel like
But
that's a pretty good
None
get.
of the Link games are called Link. They're all called Zelda.
I just assumed when you said links, you meant some sort of golf game, which was
No.
fundamentally wrong.
No, but Link is clearly the main character in Zelda.
Correct.
I'm just trying to
but
make
That's
a,
correct.
They're never
I'm
called Link.
demonstrating my deep knowledge. I'm just saying I feel like I kind of got something out there. But that's
Yeah,
fine.
you're not getting a half point,
Yeah.
Alan. Sorry.
I am
I
annoyed
think
it took
that's
me that long to
unfair.
figure that out.
I think Rich
Well,
should
I mean,
get deducted for taking that long.
The description does
Right,
not
yeah.
really give you much to work with.
Yeah,
You know,
there's no
I
way.
mean, it doesn't.
If they don't get past 1998, I've got no chance at this.
You mean later or earlier?
Earlier. Like, there's no
Oh, we've
way.
got earlier.
All right, because I can't do anything in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's
That's not going to
30
help you.
years.
Well, this might help you. Yeah.
I went to
All
grad
right, here
school
we
in
go.
the 90s. I was like, the 90s are like an expansive grad school that does not allow for video gaming.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. Don't worry. I think we're going to get to some more in your wheelhouse, Alan.
You keep saying that, and we keep
Yes.
drifting further away. I've never played
And
a
yet
Link
you're
game, I
not
don't
losing.
No, you're
Only-
up 4-3.
Yeah, it feels like losing to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So this game
Oh, boy.
debuted in 1992 as a preloaded game with Windows software.
Solitaire? Oh, no, Minesweeper.
Minesweeper. Damn it. I knew
is
it was the one with the
Minesweeper.
bombs, but I couldn't come up with the name quick enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love a good game of Minesweeper.
I love hate
See, I
because
Oh, you keep saying that these are going to be more in my wheelhouse, and it doesn't happen.
Nothing
See?
wrong with
Told
that.
you.
Yeah, and I got
told
it.
you.
It just took me a while.
Minesweeper was one
Mm-hmm.
of those games as a kid I played but never truly knew how to actually like win until I was much older.
I still don't know how to play Minesweeper. It never made
It's-
sense to me.
Oh my god, it's such a simple game.
Well, now it does, yeah. The numbers tell you like the bombs, and you got to figure out from
Unbelievable.
that. Before, I would just click randomly.
I can't believe I'm losing to somebody who doesn't understand how to play Minesweeper.
Well, I know now.
you're-
I mean, I don't understand how to play
I'm the one
solitaire.
that.
Stunning.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You don't know how to play solitaire?
Didn't.
Oh my goodness. This is going to go down as my worst loss.
I don't know.
Let's forge
Gotham was
ahead.
pretty bad.
I mean, yeah. Well, if this is your worst loss, does that erase the memory of the one you lost because I messed up?
Oh no, that was your worst loss.
I don't believe
I didn't
Patrick
lose
lost that day. I think you were the
Yeah,
only
that
one
might-
who lost.
That might have been one of my all-time favorite moments on the show, where you
in
wrote such a
Alan's defense,
terrible question at the beginning,
Yeah. I
and it
just like
gave
to
me
point
the
out-
answer for the end. Yeah.
I'd like to point out that Alan, at the end of that, is as whiny as Rich was at the beginning of this game.
And I am getting better as it goes on because I'm winning.
Yes, Rich does. So
Right now
surprisingly,
you're tied.
Well, yeah,
When Rich
they were
was-
tied
when Rich was
because you gave
losing,
him a handicap that's
he
crazy
was-
that I never
he was-
got, by
oh,
the
boy.
way. I never
He's
got
still
a
whining
handicap
quite a
like
bit,
this
isn't he?
in any of the Gotham quizzes or any of the other quizzes.
why would anybody get a handicap for a Gotham quiz? We
Yeah,
were starting
like
at the
neither of
same
you are
level
more
of no
versed in
knowledge.
Gotham than the other.
I,
You don't
All
just
right,
hand
are
out
ready?
handicaps.
Yeah.
They're earned.
That's right.
All right,
All
let's
right, here
continue.
we go. Our 6 of the 12 nominees.
All right.
Capitalizing on the success of another iconic arcade game, this game was launched in 1981. The sequel featured more sophisticated mazes,
Miss Pac-Man.
smarter opponents. Yes, it is Ms. Pac-Man.
Oh,
Boom. The old man comes through.
There you go. See?
Can I be honest with you, Patrick? When
No.
Miss Pac-Man came out, I started to sour a little bit on video gaming.
really? That's how quickly
Because
it
Because
happened?
It
is that because
seemed
it's
like
a sequel?
yeah. Well, number one, it's a sequel. Number two, it's like it's not really new.
It is.
I don't
just,
remember the mazes
it
being
just
like
changed the look
way
of the
more
character.
sophisticated.
Oh, no, it was I mean, particularly on the Atari, it was vastly superior in terms of graphics to Pac-Man.
So
The
but the
circle
game
looked-
was the same, right? Like when
What
you
was
were at the
that?
arcade, they looked the same to me.
No. Ms. Pac-Man looked much better than Pac-Man.
Okay, if you say so.
I mean, it was
much
the
prefer
same
I
inherent
much prefer Ms.
gameplay,
Pac-Man to Pac-Man.
but
I can't believe Patrick just said you much preferred it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you were one of those
Pac-Man
gamers
is-
that just like whatever they took, you would just gobble it up no matter what.
I mean, that's not true.
I am an addict, and I will take whatever drugs they are selling.
No,
Exactly.
no.
Are you
No.
going to give me the same game, slightly changed? Yeah, I will. Keep
You're
feeding
asking the
quarters into that.
questions I've already stopped asking.
Yeah.
New game.
You know, we
bye.
need a. Could we do another maze game? It's kind of like the
But
tank
it's
battle
different because
game.
you had the bouncing fruit. That was completely different. That got you points.
The kinds of things you thought were. I'm surprised Miss Pac-Man hasn't made it in. Clearly, Pac-Man has. So if Miss
Yes.
Pac-Man got in, point for me then. If Miss Pac-Man gets in, I will never do a show about the Video Game Toy Hall of Fame again.
Well, we're doing one next week, so just
Okay, after that one.
So
okay.
now, why?
Never
Because
again.
it's a sequel, or because women shouldn't be in the Hall of Fames?
Wow, Rich, I didn't realize you were so misogynistic. No, it's the
I was asking a
derivative nature
question.
of it.
I'm fine with Miss Pac-Man.
It feels like you're
being
feeling
in.
like that the gender is an issue. You probably don't like the MCU either, is what I'm guessing.
the M.
Oh, I see what
Yeah,
you did there.
I
I just
She-
God, if we leave Patrick with a misogynist winning the game today, I don't know if that's good for the podcast
Well,
as a whole.
then I mean you're still
I gotta
you've got a
step up.
narrow
All right.
5-4 lead halfway through, Alan. So
All right, so there's still a chance for justice to prevail.
well, technically, if he has to beat you by 2, he needs to get. Well, actually, now that I think about it, if he has to double you, he
Yes.
has to get every single one right from this point because that would give him 10 to your 5.
Well, he would
That
also
would be
have to
a
get them
tie.
wrong. It's almost like you made a
That would be a
situation
tie.
in which I can't win.
That would be a tie.
That's true. That would be a tie. So,
All I'm
so
gonna
Rich
say
cannot
is-
win.
yeah,
I did
Yeah.
say Link really early, but I didn't get credit for that. So
Well, no,
I feel
did.
like it's
I
been
said
tilted
that. I
against me
said for
too.
Rich to beat you, he has to double you. So technically, if he does double you, that is beating you. But if you get one of the
Yeah, I
remaining
think-
6, Alan,
I think that's a very, very loose reading of the rules, but we shall proceed.
I'm just saying it's what I said. I feel, but it's important to note that
Mm-hmm.
I'm not optimistic about you getting one, Alan. This-
Oh,
the-
I'm-
you-
So
your
there's
chance
not
to
a
get points. I don't know. There's
there's not a Frogger down the road or anything.
Frogger's probably already in.
can't I can't say one way or another.
Frogger ought to be in.
Well, actually, Frogger didn't change the game that much. It was popular, but didn't do much to change.
Well, it was a real frog as opposed to just a made-up Pac-Man.
What?
If Miss Pac-Man is such a
Wait,
great
what do you mean it was a real
revolutionary kind of
frog?
change, it was a frog, not just a made-up character. The frog.
Right there.
Frogger was a frog.
Not that it was a real
Yeah,
frog,
that's right.
but a frog is a real
I
thing
get-
that
yeah,
the game
okay.
is based on.
He was a real frog. I don't see how that's hard to follow.
No.
Wasn't a make-believe thing. It was a frog. Frogs are real.
All right.
All
Ready
right,
for the
let's
next one?
Continue to my defeat. Yes.
Okay. This game jumped into the arcade in 1993.
Everybody jump. Jump.
Its mixture of gravity-defying slam dunks, frenetic gameplay,
NBA Slam.
over the top. No.
No.
Alan, would you like?
Oh.
Oh God, it's oh my!
Over the-
I feel like one of the kids used to play it.
Over the top commentary, superior digitized graphics,
Yeah, the ball would
And a
turn on
roster-
fire right when you dunked it.
and
I
a
don't know
roster
that.
of real and easily recognizable stars.
I know what you're talking
Oh, my
about.
God.
I have no idea what the name is.
Oh my God, Bobby used to play that. What was it called? NBA Jam.
There you go.
What did I say?
Boom.
You said NBA Slam.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Victory. I think we could just stop the podcast now.
You said yes.
There's no-
Technically,
No need to
Rich
continue.
cannot W at this point. Yes.
No.
That seems like a bad decision on the Game Maker's part.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, again, the game maker giveth, the game maker taketh away.
That's a fair point. Rich can still play for his dignity, too.
I am.
Well, I think you know what? For the next one, I am going to award double points.
No.
I am pissed
You know what,
that
if
I
the game-
got that wrong because I should have.
If the game's gonna change, and
The
by the
game's
way,
changing.
NBA Jam should be in the Hall of Fame already. Great game.
Okay.
Oh, you know what?
Surprised
There's a game
I know.
called NHL Slam, which is what I was thinking.
Yeah,
about.
Maybe that's the next one.
Perhaps.
All right. A modestly rendered title for Sony's PlayStation console. This game helped usher in the rhythm game genre after its launch in 1996.
What is a rhythm game?
Dance Dance
The
Revolution.
game's distinctive visuals, original songs, and accessible gameplay
Guitar
are
Rapper
a
the
Hero.
wide
Rapper?
appeal. It is Parappa the Rapper.
What the hell is that? I've never
Rich
heard of it.
gets 2 points.
Oh man! So
Wait, so you picked one that I couldn't possibly get right. You know what?
I didn't think
I am
anyone
putting
would get
this-
that right, to
Oh,
be
come
honest.
on.
I am putting this.
The
I am
fact that
putting
Rich
this
knows Parappa the Rapper kind of surprises
Oh
me.
my god! Come
I
on,
am putting
Brett.
this
Like I don't even know if
under
I've played that
protest.
much, but I've seen so much about it. Because, oh man, the Onion guy.
Yep. Oh yeah, Rich is going down a nostalgia
Yeah.
hole.
No idea.
Man, I
idea
am happy
whatsoever.
with myself for remembering that and not just being like, oh, what's that thing?
Yeah, I thought that was one that no one would get. Yeah. So, because I vaguely recall the Parappa the Rapper in terms of like I remember seeing it, but
Yeah.
not a game that I played.
Never seen it. Never heard of it.
Fun to note, it set the stage for later music franchises such as Dance Dance Revolution, Guitar Hero, and Rock Band.
I was so close. Look how close I was.
Yeah.
Well, that's
All
as
right.
close as I was going to get anyway.
Yeah. Although it wasn't the first horror video game, this
There are
game,
horror video game.
known as Biohazard in Japan,
Resident Evil.
that is correct.
You can't. As soon as you said that,
As soon as it had what? Biohazard?
yeah,
Oh,
because they've been
I thought
they've been remaking them. So they made another Resident Evil Biohazard just recently.
see, I thought maybe Biohazard would get someone thinking of Pandemic instead of Resident
Nah,
Evil. so-
well, if you don't know Resident Evil, sure, but no.
Yeah. Oh yes, well if you don't know Resident Evil.
And Alan, you should know this one because there's like 6 movies about this thing, with who's the
Mila Jovovich.
Nope.
all right. They're kind of fun.
All right. Here we go. This fantasy adventure game debuted in 1980
Hey, there we go.
and turned players into adventurers exploring dungeons, fighting monsters, wielding magic, and seeking treasure.
Is it the Dungeons and Dragons game?
The game had limited commercial success, but its influence on the video
Wait,
game
Ultima?
industry was immense. No.
Oh, okay.
It procedurally generated a new dungeon experience each playthrough, allowing for infinite replayability. It inspired an entire genre of games, often referred and forever changed the computer role-playing game market.
Oh, Final Fantasy.
Now,
Okay.
this is one I'm not sure any of you are going to know.
I mean, in my
Alan?
head, I can see a bunch of there's a bunch of what was it was for the PC, right?
Does not say.
Okay. There's a bunch of them. That's a problem.
Alan, would you like to chime in?
Oh no, my
Fire
silence is
Emblem?
to suggest that I'm just going to let you and Rich talk it out.
Yeah. It's not Fire Emblem, is it?
What?
Fire Emblem?
No, it's not Fire Emblem.
With so...
Here's a hint. It is also the name of an X-Men character.
I mean, I could say Cyclops, but I don't know.
It's not Cyclops. Alan, that was your clue to get back into it.
Yeah, I
Storm?
Just start naming X-Men characters.
Nightcrawler?
don't know where to go.
It's not Nightcrawler.
Wolverine? No.
No.
Dungeony name, huh?
I don't know that many. Gambit?
No, not Gambit. Close.
Mystique?
No.
I don't know enough about Gambit to know what would be close to him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say pass.
The game is called Rogue.
No, don't know it.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
know it
I've never
either.
heard of it. Yeah, that one was pretty obscure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are. I'm sure I might have even seen it at some point because I've watched some of like the really beginning things of like that were like Dungeon Dragon kind of games of like dungeon diving and stuff. But I don't know enough. There was so many back then that were like people like had cult followings, but like weren't that good in terms of like gameplay and stuff because of the beginning.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Obviously this game did not do well since it had limited commercial success.
It was because it was the first. That's why it's not already in the museum, probably.
Which, well, it doesn't say it was the first. It just said...
no, I don't mean it was the first, but I mean like
a
bunch of these games.
I mean, I gotta say, looking at their... I mean, I'm not sure this really has icon status or longevity of their 4 criteria.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it'd be something that's going to get into the museum.
Yeah. All right, we got 2 games left.
Okie dokie.
All right. This game became one of the most influential simulation and strategy games of all time after its release in 1991.
Civilization?
I'm going to need the full title.
Oh, no.
Large in scope, the game invited players to develop their own empire over centuries of time. And the title launched a series of successor games. With more than 33 million units sold, the popularity of the series this game inspired disproves the common perception that it is always more fun to destroy than to create.
I don't know the full title. It's Civilizations.
Yeah. It is Sid Meier's Civilization.
Oh, that egotistical bastard.
Wow, that seems...
Well, he has to put his name in the title. I forgot.
Okay,
You're right.
Alan,
It is
this is your chance to make a game of it.
Okay.
I feel like this is your shot, Alan.
All right.
For millions of people, this was the first game they ever played on a smartphone.
Oh, is that it?
I don't know. Angry Birds.
Launched in... Actually, that's not a bad guess, but no. Launched in 2009. The game's simple, turn-based, asynchronous gameplay connected friends
Scrabble?
and family members in new, so close,
Words
Alan,
with Friends?
and playful ways. Yes, it's Words with Friends.
So close. Well,
So-
there you have it.
So yes, at the end, Rich has 9, Alan has 6.
And we do have to do the...
Well, congratulations,
Well, we
Rich.
have to do the nomination guesses as well.
Yes. So, would you like me to go back through?
And you said
The 12
4. Yeah, you said 4 of them.
nominee.
I got it.
Yes, 4 got in.
Okay.
So,
Yep, please go back through.
I don't remember
So-
any of them.
the nominees are Assassin's Creed, Candy Crush Saga, Dance Dance Revolution, or DDR to the cool kids,
Still can't believe that's not already in.
The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time,
Question. Are there any other Legend of Zelda games in the museum already?
yes,
Okay.
Minesweeper, Ms. Pac-Man, NBA Jam, Parappa the Rapper, Resident Evil, Rogue.
Sorry, another question. Is any other Resident Evil... Oh, no. There's no other Resident Evil game already in the museum, right?
I don't believe there
Okay,
are.
never mind.
I think they're all just called, like,
That's what I was
Resident
going to say.
Evil
You didn't
4,
name a
but they're not-
specific one,
yeah.
so that's right. Okay.
Yeah. Rogue, Sid Meier's Civilization, and Words with Friends.
Only one is Candy Crush or Words with Friends?
Fun fact. The Video Game Hall of Fame was started in 2015.
You said that already.
And the first 6 games inducted were Tetris, Super Mario
Makes
Brothers,
sense.
Pac-Man, World of Warcraft, Doom, and Pong.
Yeah, that tracks.
That's fair.
Doom especially, and same with WoW. Like, it was... Still is ongoing. It's probably the longest running...
WoW is World of Warcraft, in case you didn't know that.
It's probably the longest running MMORPG probably out there.
Well, next to Rogue.
What? MMORPG. Massive Multiplayer Online
Right.
RPG.
I know what
Rogue's
MMORPG stands
Rogue's
for.
not an online RPG.
I was making
Oh,
a joke.
okay.
This is a comedy show.
I'm sorry. Okay, I
yes.
got my 4.
Alan, do you have your 4?
I'm not making a list or anything, but I can list 4.
Somebody gave up real quick.
It's interesting to note how people's attitudes towards the game have changed
Indeed.
from the beginning to the end of the game.
Fair.
And that Rich, for some reason, seems much peppier
Well,
than he was at the beginning.
I was making stupid mistakes
Well,
in the beginning.
I just don't have
Yeah.
a lot to say about this, I guess it turns
Yes,
out.
well,
But I'm just letting you
whoever
guys
gets-
carry the show today.
Whoever gets the most right of the 4 inductees gets their points doubled.
No incentive.
But then you could win, Alan.
That's what life is about.
Yeah.
Life is a video game. And you need to get the high score.
So, yes. So, Rich, would you like to share
Yes.
which 4 you think should get in?
I'm going to go with Dance Dance Revolution, Resident
Uh-huh.
Evil,
Uh-huh.
Sid Meier's Civilization,
Yeah.
and then... I'm going to go with Candy Crush Saga.
Okay. So,
It's that one of Words with Friends, I think, that's going to get in. And I think Candy Crush is older.
hang on, I lost my. Oh, there it is. My writing implement. Okay. So, Rich, you said which ones again?
Dance Dance Revolution,
Okay. DDR,
Candy Crush Saga,
CCS,
Resident Evil,
RE,
and then Sid Meier's Civilization, SMC.
SMC. Okay. And Alan.
All right, am I allowed to take Rich's?
Yeah, I mean you can take any of them.
So if I take all 4 of them, what would the final score be?
Well, technically, you would tie, so
Nobody would-
the final score would be the final score.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could double it, but it would just be a different goal.
Yeah.
Right. Right, so whatever the gap is now would be the gap then.
Yeah. So, it would not affect the game. Plus,
Right.
it would be kind of poor sportsmanship.
Well, I'm trying to think of how somebody played when Hope and I put all that effort into the Riverdale quiz.
As I recall,
and somebody
I
came with
played
a
quite
very. Oh, you did,
Right,
but
but
somebody
I played.
somebody else came with a very sour
Be
attitude.
better than that person.
I played.
For a lot of work that Hope put into that, there was a.
What are you talking about?
there's
We've
a
done
little
2
bit of-
Riverdale quizzes. I was very good on the second one.
You should listen to the most recent one.
I won the most recent one.
It wasn't about winning and losing. It was the spirit with
How
which you played
the game.
Right. The way you played the game did not.
How do you know how I played the game?
Well, we are assuming you played it.
we listened to your answers throughout, is how we knew.
I gave better answers than Rich. I won.
You gave more correct answers, but they might not have been better.
I was fully participating in that game.
Oh, you most assuredly were participating only in a particular way.
No. That was the first one. The first one I was participating in a particular way. The second one I took very seriously.
Oh, you should ask Hope about that. I think she might disagree with you on that.
I thought I took it very seriously.
Yeah. All right, so I've got to pick 4.
Yes.
I will pick Dance Dance Revolution.
All right.
NBA Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Only because I think it should be there.
Nabaj. Yep, gotcha.
It's one of my favorite of the ones we talked about today. I think Rich is right. One of them has to be like an appy kind of thing. So I don't know. Let's go Minesweeper for a blast from the past.
Okay.
And then I got to remember what else was out there. The other Link game is not going to get in. The Rapper's not going to get in. Can't see Miss Pac-Man getting in. Who am I missing? What else is on the list?
Let's see. Assassin's Creed.
Feels too new.
Resident Evil, Rogue, Sid Meier's Civilization, Word with Friends. I think those are the ones you didn't
can't
mention.
be Words with Friends because I did Minesweeper. I don't know. Give me the horror one, I guess, and
Resident
call it a
Evil.
day. That was the horror one, right?
Yep.
Yes. So, out of the 4 inductees,
Indeed.
Oh boy.
Rich got 2 of them.
Ooh.
However, Alan,
Yes.
in a stunning result, only got 1 of them.
What a build-up.
It's funny.
Was it DDR and Resident Evil?
No, it was DDR is one of the ones that got in. Dance Dance Revolution got in.
Then what was the other one I got?
Sid Meier's Civilization.
Oh, that beat out Resident Evil.
Yes. Yes, and 2 others.
Well, if it wasn't the ones we picked.
2 others I will point
you don't
out
like
that
that one,
Alan
you're a
immediately
gay
eliminated.
Well, hey, Hope.
Hey, is that Hope?
What?
Oh, I thought
Who was that voice we just heard? Was that Hope or Vicky?
Oh, there's nobody here. I mean, Vicky's upstairs, but she's sealed off.
I could have sworn I just heard a
Me
voice.
too.
Hope's away at
Yeah,
school.
like Rich and I both heard a voice that sounded a lot like Hope.
Creepy.
Hope is
Very weird.
at Muhlenberg.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah.
I could have sworn. Oh my God! Someone's hacked us. We've been hacked.
No, not again.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
So yes, so yes, Dance Dance Revolution and Sid Meier's Civilization are 2 that got in.
Jeez. Then
There are 2 others that got in. That I think
Miss
Alan
Pac-Man?
ruled out 1, and I think Miss Pac-Man got in.
come on.
I don't see how you can argue with that. That game was much more popular than.
Well,
than
then they
Pac-Man.
should try and replace Pac-Man with Miss Pac-Man.
And much better. No, but Pac-Man was the first, so you
I
gotta have
don't
both
care
of
who's
them
the
in there.
first. Which one's better?
Oh, Ms. Pac-Man.
That's
is
what I'm
better.
saying. Like, it doesn't matter if you're
Hands
first.
down.
Was the other
Yeah,
one
but-
Rogue?
No.
Okay, good.
No, the 4 that got in this year were Ms. Pac-Man, Dance Dance Revolution, Sid Meier's Civilization, and Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Huh? So how many Legend of Zeldas are now?
2.
I mean, I can understand everyone because they want different windows.
The original The Legend of
Yeah.
Zelda is also
That
in.
makes sense. I mean, most of them were pretty big hits, so I can understand how you could really nominate any of them. I guess I just thought that they would like pick one and say that's it. Nope, no more. But
Nope. So there you go.
well, I enjoyed myself.
Indeed.
So then those are how many get inducted? Is it just one?
No, those 4 are in.
Oh, okay. I thought the next episode was about that.
Well, we got through the guessing portion a bit faster.
Okay.
than anticipated.
Can you submit your nominations, or do they just announce the ones that they?
Nope, you can submit. Yep, you can submit nominations. Just like the Toy Hall of Fame, you can submit games that you think should be.
Alan, it sounds like you need to get working on getting, some of the games you want to be nominated. So when we do this next year, you'll have much better time guessing.
I think it is very unlikely that I will email them, but I appreciate the suggestion. I don't think what could I suggest anyway?
Well, you've got to know about some games, right?
No, there's got to be games that were important to your childhood that you think. Is
Wii
what?
Sports.
No.
Really?
Wii Sports is not in there.
I feel like that's one that got a lot of people up and moving. It was like a big deal when Wii first came out.
Yep, nope. I had that on my list of things that should be in there. But yeah, Wii Sports is not in there.
Surprising.
Yep. I mean, there's some stuff that, Pac-Man's in there.
Oh, yeah, again.
Space Invaders is in there.
And I mean, yeah, in the arcade scene, you've got
Donkey Kong, as you mentioned, Alan, that's in there.
The original Donkey Kong, right?
It just says Donkey Kong, so I'm assuming that, yeah.
Well, and again, it's funny because, like, of the Link thing, there's a lot of those games that are now franchises, Like Super Mario, there's a ton of different versions and whatnot of sequels. So
yes, there are 2 Super Mario games in the Hall of Fame.
What's the other one?
Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Kart.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That was the first.
Which I've actually played Super Mario Kart. That's a fun one.
Well, it's a fun one, and it's also one of the first, like, sort of
should be in there.
Party kind of kart games. I mean, obviously the racing games beforehand, but Mario Kart became one of those, like Smash Brothers. It became one of those sort of party games everyone would play at the house.
Yeah. One that really surprises me is that Animal Crossing is already in the Video Game Hall of Fame.
No, that makes sense. I mean, I assume it's the original one, but that was just like when the...
Wait, the original one? There's an original one?
Yeah. Oh, the Wii one, the Wii U one is not the first one.
I thought the most recent one was the first one.
No, it was out. It was out in 64. No, GameCube.
Okay. Oh, I see Alan has posted a Pitfall GIF.
Oh.
I was going to ask you about Pitfall. Did Pitfall make it?
Pitfall is not in there.
I did enjoy a good game of Pitfall.
Which Pitfall, that's one of mine that I would say should be in there, is Pitfall.
Well, it's a good game, but has it really changed the... what has it done to the rest of the gaming world?
More than Rogue.
Yes. I agree. Rogue is, again, one of those things that, like, it was the first, but it doesn't mean it was the best.
I do love me some Pitfall.
Yeah.
That was a fun game.
What's the most recent game that's been inducted? Like when it was the game that was made the most recently.
Boy, that's a tough one.
Like, was there like a 20? There wasn't one that's made like this year that's in there, is there?
Well, not knowing what games were made this year, I can't really say.
They don't list the years next one.
They do. I didn't actually write those down in my notes.
Okie dokie.
For the ones that are in there.
Are there many sports in there?
Sports game? John Madden Football.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Actually, that might be the only one now that I'm looking
I mean, there's
at
a
the
ton
list.
of EA sports games, but I don't know if they changed.
Yeah, I think actually it might just be John Madden Football. That's a sports one. Yeah, I think it's just John Madden's the only sports one. So yeah, just so no NBA Jam, no
NHL.
The FIFA games.
I was gonna say the FIFA games, NHL hits. Like,
say, Alan, you should nominate a FIFA game.
I think it's probably already been nominated.
You never know.
It's got to be nominated enough that they pick it.
Know. Yeah, you got to keep going. Don't you want one of your classic games to get in there?
I don't think that's how they get in. I don't think they get in by the most nominations.
Yeah, I don't know.
We should also, by the way, at some point visit the museum. It's in Rochester, New York.
Oh, maybe they'd let us do like a live show from there for the Toy Hall of Fame.
We should look into that.
And yet they haven't invited us yet.
Well, no, but I'm not sure
they don't
we've put
want to
ourselves
intrude
on their radar yet. Yeah. So yeah.
We didn't even get to Q*bert.
Qbert is not in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, Qbert is nice, but again, I don't know if it's actually changed. It's a piece of history, but it's not a alteration of history or game changer.
Yeah. Asteroids is not in there.
Again, there's a lot of games that are classic and nostalgic, but it doesn't mean they're good.
Oh, come on.
What?
Come on.
You play Asteroids once, you're done.
I love Asteroids. Alan, were you a big Asteroids fan?
Yeah, everybody liked Asteroids. It's a good game.
Everybody played it. Doesn't mean they liked it.
We talked about it earlier.
You know, it was
Frogger is not in the Hall of Fame yet.
Yeah. Alan, do you think you'll play more video games after this episode?
Almost assuredly not.
You think you've gained a new respect for video games?
Do you even have a game system in your house these days, Alan?
I don't think so.
I say maybe the Wii. You might have the Wii still gathered.
There might be. I think it was
dusty
broken.
Corner somewhere.
I think it's broken. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. You know, maybe I've got that old Atari console that where they just packed all the games on it. That would be my only.